So welcome back to another YouTube video. So if you'd have watched my last video, you'd have seen me actually setting up my Waggler line. This time I'm actually going to be fishing it. So I've only just got set up, so I'm just getting started, but I've now got my float on the line. So this is actually following the last video. So I've got my setup already done. The only thing I need to do now is plumb up and start fishing. So in terms of plumbing up, what I always do is put a SSG shot on my hook. I then simply cast out to where I want to be and then adjust the float accordingly. So I'm just casting out just past where I want to fish, just reel it back in, and you probably can't see on the camera, but right there I can just see the float probably about half an inch or so just under the water. Put a little bit more depth on that, just slide that start up probably about an inch again. And that's the beauty of using those little kits that I showed you, those Waggler kits with the plastic stots and a link in between. I can just move it up and down without damaging the line. So there we go, I've got the tip now just literally showing on the surface. So that is bang on. Now it's dead depth, but when I'm fishing a Waggler, I always like, especially for skimmers, I always like to fish over depth. So I'm going to fish about 3 inches over depth. So I'm just going to put that shot there that I was using for my plumbing. I'm just now going to move my float 1, 2, about 3 inches up my line. I now know that I'm 3 inches over depth. I'm just going to move up the shot I had underneath my float when I first set up. So if you remember, I had a couple of shot there. And there we have it. So I've now got my droppers. Just going to space those droppers out. There we go. I've spaced my droppers out there as well. Just want to move that one up a little bit more. So I've got 3 droppers. I've got 2 number 9s, as you would have seen on the last video. One about 6 inches above my hook length. Then I've now just moved that one out a little bit further. That's probably more now about 12, 13 inches away. And then I've got another one, again, another 12, 13 inches. And then I've got my float again, which is roughly another 12, 13 inches. So I've got nice spaced out droppers through the line there. And there we have it. So I'm fishing, I'm going to say about 1, 2, 3. So I've got about 4 foot of depth there. And that's what I'm going to be fishing. I'm going to hopefully catching them on the drop. But if I don't catch one on the drop, the hook's going to hit the bottom. And hopefully that's where we'll be finding some bigger fish later in the session. Okay, so in terms of the bait today, all we've got is 1.5 pints of red maggots. It's really that simple. There's nothing else on my bait tray today, so I'm just going to be fishing red maggots. So the plan will be to catapult 2 pouchfuls. I say 2 pouchfuls, probably about 15 maggots in each pouch over my swim. First catapult of maggots is just really going to get some fish attraction in the swim. Hopefully some skimmers will come in, some roach will come in, and they will take those maggots. But that second pouch going in will hopefully push down to the bottom and start to settle there, and we'll build that swim up. If I don't get a bite on the drop, then hopefully I'll be getting bites on the bottom where we're finding some bigger fish. So let's get to it. So I've already put out a couple of pouchfuls, so I'm just going to put out some more. Like I say, I'm starting off around the 13 metre line. So I'm going to start off with double maggot. Just going to hook them in the pointy end. And let's see if we've got anything in the swim already. So I'm going to cast past where I'm fishing, bring the line back in, put my rod in the water, reel it in, and fish. Well, I've just catapulted those maggots in. So like I say, hopefully we're going to get some fish on the drop at some point. Whether we get them straight away. Now that's settled down on the bottom, so we didn't get a bite on the drop. Just going to catapult some more maggots in. And let's see how long it takes to start getting some fish in the swim. Like I say, it's like this line is like any line. You've got to build it up. You can't just go straight on it and expect to catch. You need to be priming it. And I would normally prime this line for probably an hour before I would fish it. So, which I haven't done today. So I'm gonna probably have to give this a little while before the fish come in. But hopefully it won't take us too long and we'll be getting our first bite. There we go. Got our first fish. Little skimmer. Very tiny one. But this is how it will start off at first. Catching the smaller ones. So that bite took a little bit longer than I was expecting. So I'm just going to put on this time a single maggot, not a double. Just going to cast past the swim. Put the rod in the water, sink the line, bring it over my swim, and then I'm just going to catapult. I'm just going to increase the feed on that one and just catapult one lot in. So you do need to keep changing your feeding pattern and just adapting as we go along, working out what's going on. Sometimes just reducing the feed, increasing the feed. The timing of how often you feed as well is also important. There you go, fish on. There we go. Target fish. Perfect. Probably about 6 ounce, 6-7 ounce. So it came to double maggot. Swap those maggots. Repeat the process. Cast out, pass the swim, feather it in, put the rod under the water a little bit, reel it back in towards you, sink the line, and just catapult some maggots over the top. And let's see if we can get another bite. So when I'm fishing the Waggler, I always like to try and keep it in my hands when I'm actually got the float in the water. I think you just react quicker. If you keep it on your rest, you're not really sort of, I want to say, in tune with the bite. You're just not going to be connected to it. There's always going to be that delay, 2-3 second delay by the time you've picked your rod up, struck into it. Especially if you're getting lift bites off the skimmers. There we go. Oh, I just went down, back up again. Definitely something there is interested. Another skimmer. There we go, another skimmer. So that's what we want. So it looks like we've got them in the swim now, which is good. Just get all them slime off the line. Don't keep any of that slime on, you need to get it all off. There you go. And repeat that process. And that's what fishing really is. Once you've got a routine You got to just keep following it. If you're catching fish, getting bites, so cast past the swim, put the rod in the water, bring it back over where you're fishing. Just put the rod on my knee here, got it on my wrist, got it on my knee, so while I'm picking my catapult up, if that goes under, I can quickly be in contact with that rod and catapult some maggots over the top. That wind's picking up as well, so I'm going to put 2 lots in. So just seeing some bubbles by the float. There we go. Oh, bump that one. Felt like a reasonable size. So double maggot is what they seem to be wanting at the moment. So 2 maggots on a hook. Cast past the swim. God, float landed in the water and spooked a carp, I think. I'm just going to catapult 20 or so maggots straight over the top of that float. Just 1 lot this time. So I was expecting probably more bites on the drop today. Oh, got a bite. Is it going to go? Yeah, as I was saying, I was expecting more bites on the drop today, but they seem to be all coming. As soon as the hook hits the bottom, that's when I'm seem to be getting the bites. So, cast out, that's a swim, catapult some maggots over the top. Like I say, it's just a routine, just keep repeating that process, and hopefully the next time you're out on the bank fishing a waggler like I am today, you'll be catching some skimmers. There we go, fish on. Another skimmer. Getting slightly better. So when you catch a fish, just put the rod under your bum, and then you can just hold the fish, take the hook out, and there we go. There we go, guys. That's how easy it is catching skimmers on a waggler. Such a simple technique, and it's so enjoyable. And if you're getting the roach going as well, even better. Let's see if there's another one sitting there waiting for us. So as usual, just cast out past the swim, feather it in, put the end of the rod in the water, just reel it back, sink the line back over where you're fishing, where the bait's been going in, and just catapult another 20 maggots or so over the top, and let's wait for that next bite. So the bites, like I said, they haven't been coming on the drop on this session today. I was expecting they would. I thought they would at the beginning, but it's the bites. Oh, I just missed a proper bite. Now I am talking, and I got slime all down my line. Skimmer that was. So carry on. Let's repeat that process. Cast out. And I keep saying this, but that's what it is. It's just everything with fishing becomes routine. Where's that float gone? There it is, just sitting underneath a leaf there. So it is just a routine. No matter what line you're fishing, whether you're fishing a feeder, short pole line, doesn't matter. Sometimes that routine though might just be, it might be that you're leaving it in for longer, it could be you're casting more often, it could be anything. Whatever that routine is that's getting you those bites, you just got to keep it going and keep it going. There we go, we've got a bite. See if we can catch this one. There we go, fish on. That's a carp. Is that a carp? I don't know actually. Feels a bit ploddy. Ah. Hard to say. Let's see. Get this one in. Whatever it is, I just need to loosen my clutch off on my reel a little bit in case it is a carp and shoots off. He's going for a little run. He's going for a big run. Let's see if we can bring him back in. Just need to tighten that up again. Doing a lot of nodding. I want to say it's a carp. And the way that rod's going round. So if this is a carp and I can get him in, that'd be quite nice to way to finish. Not sure what this is. It's a carp. Definitely a carp. So, as you know, I'm fishing on light gear today, so just got to take my time. And as long as you've got no real snags next to you, you should be able to get them in on this sort of gear. Oh, we got him. Let's see if I can hold this one up for you guys. I'm just going to put my rod down there. There we go. Let's just keep him over that net. And there we have it. Nice carp. Probably about 4-5 pounds. So I think we'll end it there. So there you have it, guys. Some waggler fishing today. Dead simple technique. Fishing a 13-foot rod. Fishing a 0.16 main line, which is roughly a 4 pound breaking strain, down to a 0.11 hook length on a 16 hook and double maggot. So catching some skimmers, carp, and nice way to end it by catching one and landing it. So there you go, guys. If you've liked this video, please do leave a comment. Comments are really important to the video. Also, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And also, don't forget, hit that notification button so you get reminded next time I upload a video. So until next time, guys, tight lines.